got the thumbs up from the producer, which means it's time to start talking about beers. My name is Scott.
I'm Kayla, and I talk about beers too.
And we're the Beer Dogs. And I want to thank you for rejoining us for yet another episode of Beer Dogs.
And also to the fire department and the police department of the city.
Oh my goodness.
It's a crazy night.
It is. We can't get away from that. I mean, this is the second beer. This is the second set of sirens that has gone past us. Once again, we're doing the six-pack, which we called the Gone to the Dog six-pack. And we started this out at the benefit, the dog benefit. It didn't work out too well, so we're finishing it up here at our usual
the benefit went wonderfully.
Benefit.
I'll open, I'll let you pour, and I'll discuss the benefit here if you want. First of all, I do get... Oh, you were saying but. Go ahead.
But, go ahead. Finish yourself. We got smoke?
Yeah. Just hovering. Look at that.
Ooh. Smoke, yes.
Your world-famous smoke.
We got smoke. This has smoke.
Some of our newest fans were there as vendors from Erie, PA. And it was interesting for the benefit. We didn't have a logo, and we were asked for one. But we don't have one. So I talked to our friends over who had a T-shirt vendor. I was like, we don't have a logo. I'm like, let me tell you what we do. Make me a shirt, whatever you come up with, I'll buy it from you. So they made this wonderful Beer Dog T-shirt. I have a cattle dog, this is the outline of a cattle dog, and a beer. So I really love the shirt. It's very literal, which makes it like kind of almost awesomer that way. But I really appreciate it. And what were their names? Oh my God, drawing a blank.
Drawing a blank.
Feels so bad. I want to say Susan, but I don't think that's it.
Susan and Tom.
Okay, yes. Thank you very much, Susan and Tom.
Thank you very much.
If we're wrong, we'll put it in the notes.
We will put it in the notes.
What are we drinking? Oh, you know what? I got an idea. Hey, Scott, I don't even want you to intro this because you did it so well at the event. So we're just going to cut to that, and we'll be back in a second.
Okay. Ready? Oh, this is kind of a throwback to the last six-pack we did, the Summer Solstice six-pack. I've decided because of this dog benefit and the dog-themed six-pack, this is the six-pack that's gone to the dogs. That works. But anyway, this is from the Flying Dog Brewery, which I think we ascertained or came up with was from Fredericksburg, Maryland.
Yeah.
Last time. We did
not Philly.
Not Philly. We did their tropical bitch Belgian IPA, which had both the tangerine and the mango in it. And we both kind of liked that. You thought it was good, a little bit too heavy for a summer beer.
That was the key. I think it rated lowest on our six-pack, but it was in a normal six-pack would have been middle road.
But this one here, this is also from Flying Dog.
Let me open this while you're talking about it.
And it's another Belgian-style IPA, this time without the fruit, and it's called Raging Bitch.
Did you just
Raging, I did. Smoke. We got smoke. Smoke. We got smoke. Because smoke's a thing, you know. It really, really is. This one is an 8.3% alcohol. 8.3 average alcohol by volume. I'm not quite sure the IBUs. And we're back.
Hi! That was a great description from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you know what? I couldn't really describe it any better, but that was the wrong beer at the wrong time. But we're doing it now. This is the Raging Bitch from Flying Dog Brewery out of Fredericksville, Maryland. And Kaylin just choked on the beer.
I didn't choke it down. That's strong.
This is an 8, like I said in the introduction, it's an 8.3% alcohol beer.
I forgot that.
It's a big boy or a big girl since it's a Raging Bitch. And it's from Flying Dog again. So, but anyway, cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
It's about time we got to an 8.5 beer. It's been a while.
8.3.
Close enough.
8.3 alcohol.
Does that not sound like a good situation with that dog outside?
No, it sounds like somebody is putting a wiener dog through a grinder. Which I wouldn't recommend doing in any...
So it's a Belgian IPA, I'm going to guess.
Right, it is a Belgian IPA. And like I said in the introduction for the wrong beer, we had done a Belgian IPA from Flying Dog Brewery. that had tangerine and mango in it called Tropical Bitch, and
I believe I liked it. It was like okay.
it was okay, but it was a little too heavy for you for a summer beer, for a summer solstice
That's
beer.
right. Yeah.
But because of the hoppiness in the IPA, I just loved it. So I think you gave it a C and I gave it an A. That's just a generalization of the grade.
Have you had a sip of this monster of a drink?
I have.
It's good. It's definitely like it's an IPA, as I tend to say.
Yeah, that's what you say.
I think this goes over that threshold of the hoppiness I like. This is definitely, if we're talking summer beers, this is definitely not something I want to drink in the summer. But through you, I've grown to like some IPAs.
Okay.
So I feel like I can critique them a little bit better at this point.
Thank you. This is just
You're welcome, Scott.
This is just a first blush reaction.
Do you use Pantene? Never mind.
No. I'll tell you what I use, but I'll tell you later. This beer really needs the tangerine and the mango. I think the tropical.
You're done.
Let's give this to the producer to smell and taste.
We have two producers. I have one over here too. You want some, Stella? What do you think?
From what I remember, even though it was a couple months ago, from what I remember of the Tropical Bitch, the tangerine and mango really did something to the mix that this one I find a little lacking. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm an IPA guy, I love IPAs, and this is an IPA done in a Belgian style. And to me, the bitch ain't raging.
It gives no other description of it beyond that.
The bitch is just kind of lying there.
Yeah, she might have been a raging bitch before it went in the bottle, but she's been tamed. I think the key is, like, if you drank 6 of these, and you're one of those people who gets violent after alcohol, 6 of these would definitely turn you into a raging bitch.
Yeah, you would get violent, yes. You'd be hauled in for domestic violence or some such thing. Not that we condone that, because we don't.
Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, what the hell is going on in Charlottesville? It's getting to the point where I feel like we're Poland, and there's, like, anti-fascist communists calling the white supremacists Nazis. And it's like, wait, aren't those National Socialists? What you are, and it's like blowing my mind. I don't even know what side is what anymore. The violence is ridiculous. I'll support whatever you want to say, but yeah, the violence has gotten out of control with this situation. And the media, you're doing a horrible job covering these stories, and over the last year, just perpetuating it. Sorry to turn this into an editorial, but I blame
it's a proper form.
Yeah,
you go.
Yeah, no,
I'll let you go.
Oh yeah, no, I blame the media for this.
Yes.
This is what we're going to get with Trump. Like Trump or not, this wasn't Trump's fault. What happened there? It was something the city decided to move some statues. They decided to change their history. It became a focal point for white supremacist groups and. To have your protest, fine. And then you bring in the anti-FATA people or the anti-fascist people, and they're just showing up for fights. So now you have the white supremacist groups. They're like, well, if we're going to fight, we have to be ready. And essentially, this weekend was exactly what I thought was going to happen. I don't want to necessarily say it this way. It's horrible somebody died. I'm surprised there wasn't a lot more tragedy this weekend. So, I will give due credit to both sides, like the protesters and the anti-protesters, however their group. As soon as the car incident happened, the leaders from both groups said, everybody disperse, go home, this is over. Thank you to the leaders of both those groups to realize that could have been a powder keg, and people needed to go the hell home at that point.
Right, that was a smart decision.
So, cheers to them on that. I don't know any of the names of any of the people, but I'm so glad they did that and that word got out.
So there was a bright cloud, or a silver lining in that dark cloud of political upheaval.
The silver lining that there's still some people with some brains that understand that
we don't need to be here anymore.
Yeah, it's like we have a message, and our message is going to get clouded by acts of violence. And here, I'll even go further, and I know this segment's probably going to run long. The previous year and the year before that, especially with the Black Lives Matters movement, a lot of the protests were blocking streets and highways. That happened a lot in our area of Cleveland. And I kept hearing, or especially seeing on Facebook, it's like, well, if they're in the street, just run them over. And it's like, you saw what happened this weekend. That was wrong then. I said it was wrong. It's wrong now. The protesters are doing that to get attention. If they're just walking down the street or standing in the park, they're not going to get any attention. Go ahead, block a highway. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Go in and arrest them if there's an offense going on. But driving through masses of protesters,
hurting another human being or killing another human being is.
So all you people that were saying, you know, Black Lives Matter, people should be run over for blocking highways. No, here, you got it. Somebody finally ran through and killed somebody. Ridiculous. Sorry I got all political and pissed off here. I turned into a raging bitch is what I did.
You did. See, you're drinking the raging bitch. You turn into a raging bitch.
The score on this beer just got better because I've had 3 sips and I'm a raging bitch.
Okay.
All right. So what do you think about the beer? Did you have some Did you have some thoughts on what I said? Or?
I have no thoughts on what you said, other than that I'm glad that you said that. I support your ability to say them.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So scoring this beer. I'm going to give this one a very solid C. I think you're right. Like the mango and the tangerine would go very well with this. I'm going to guess the IBU somewhere 45-ish. It's not on here.
It's not
unfortunately.
on.
That's
okay.
my guess. I don't know what's your guess on the IBUs.
You know, it's probably 45 or less. It's not really what I would call a bitter beer. But then again, that's just a guess on my part.
Yeah.
So you gave a C?
Yeah.
Solid C?
I would not even give it a try in my in the old grading scale that we keep referring to, so therefore it's not really old, is it?
You know, I would give this a die. I would not buy this beer because it's really unremarkable to me. I think that's why the tangerine and the mango of the tropical bitch really helped this out. This is not a beer that I would need to have again.
Very good answer. I'm actually going C minus.
You're going to change it to a C minus?
Yeah, I'm going to drop it down a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, especially the fact that I'm giving it a die. Like, I'm not even giving it a try. And what I'm thinking here, sometimes I rail against, like, craft brewers and microbrews trying too hard to put alcohol into beers just for the sake of having a high alcohol beer. That might have been what they did here. It's too strong, too alcohol strong. I'm sure there's people who probably like this. It's just so not me, and I think they were once again trying to cram alcohol into something that was probably okay with the whatever the tropical bitch was.
Well, tropical bitch was pretty close to the 8.3.
Oh, was it?
It was a high girl. It was a big girl beer. But this one, I'm just going by taste alone, and the taste is unremarkable. I want to enjoy a beer besides having the effect of whatever the effect that alcohol would bring along. I want to enjoy the taste, the aroma, all of the essence of the beer along with it. And this, there's really, for me, other than the 8.3 alcohol, there's really nothing remarkable about this beer at all.
Yeah, and like I talked about in the past, with having the beer having a story, it just doesn't have like a smell, an initial taste, a back taste to it. It's like, here you go, and it's down your throat.
And since I'm an IPA-ophile, and I usually rate the IPAs a lot higher, just simply because I like them.
Yeah.
I've got to go D with this. I'm sorry, Flying Dog. I've got to go D with the Raging Bitch because there's no reason. I can't find a reason to bring me back to this, me personally. I can't find a reason to go back and say, well, I could try another one of those.
Yeah. I think I'm in the same ballpark as you. If one showed up and it's the last beer, I'll drink it. But yeah, if there's this next to just about anything, I'll even take a golden pheasant over this. I'll take 10 golden
Yes,
pheasants
exactly,
over this.
exactly. So you're C minus,
Yeah.
and I'm a D. This is one of like the first Ds I've given a beer, and I'm really sorry it's an IPA, and I'm really sorry it's a flying dog, but that's just where we're at tonight.
We're being truthful.
And
There's
another
nothing mysterious to this.
set of the same. It's not the same set. It's a different set of sirens that brought us into this segment are taking us out. So
Yes.
life in the city, big city continues. Enjoy your beers. We're the Beer Dogs. Please like us and follow us on whatever media that you choose to do so.
And we'll let the sirens take us out. We see you the next beer.